Hey guys, it's been a while since I've vlogged. I decided to do one this week. In light of this past week's events, I feel like a vlog is needed for me. I think. Unfortunately, we lost our dog Noah. So Noah essentially had a collapsed trachea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's essentially a part of their throat. And typical in smaller breeds that they collapse. When that happens, they can't breathe anymore. So essentially, they're kind of slowly losing breath, and lack of oxygen to the brain kind of makes them wobble around and walk drunk. So that happened on Tuesday, June 30th. It was an hour, maybe two. It was like that. He ate supper, and then he threw up his supper, which wasn't really alarming to us because for those of you who knew Noah, he loved to eat. So sometimes he ate a little too fast, and so he would throw up sometimes, and so that didn't really alarm us. But then I started to notice that he kept throwing up, and he kept throwing up nothing. I thought maybe it just started getting warm where we're living, so I thought maybe the heat was getting to him. We gave him some water, but he started wobbling around looking drunk, and we didn't know what was wrong, and we figured maybe he's just really warm and he just threw up, he's not feeling well. When we're not feeling well and it's warm, it's not enjoyable to be in that state. So we laid him down on our bed, because that was his comfy spot, and he wasn't responding much. He moved his eyes to see us, but it wasn't much. And then noticed that his tongue was kind of hanging out, and that was weird, and that was alarming to me as well. And so I kind of tried to open it to see if maybe he had swollen something that he wasn't supposed to, but there was no way. Like I couldn't get it open. Rushed him to the vet. Thankfully, thank you to Bucky. That's one of Lucas's cousin. If it wasn't for him, we would have been able to get to the vet. And once we got to the vet, he was gone. He had been breathing funny while he wasn't feeling well also, but we just thought, he's not feeling well. When you're not feeling well, everything's kind of working different. Now, for those of you who aren't pet owners, it might be difficult for you to understand why I'm so emotional. But for those of you who are pet owners, then you get it. And for those of you who aren't pet owners, you might get it too. But for some people, it's harder to understand if they don't own a pet or haven't been close to animals, I should say. Not pet owners, I should say, close to animals and interacting with animals. If you're not a person who interacts with animals a lot and you're not really an animal person, it might be more difficult for you to understand why I'm so emotional, but and maybe not. Maybe you do understand. I don't know. It's been a really difficult week. I had meant to do a video, but clearly that got put off because I had other things on my mind. We're trying to keep positive. Know that while he was with us, he had an awesome life. And I'm just happy that we were there with him. I would have hated to not be home and then come home and not know what happened. That would have not been fun. So I'm glad we were there with him. And yeah, so So now it's been a weird week. It's been a lot of people, you know, telling us sorry for your loss, and it's been greatly appreciated. I truly love each and every one of you who has come out to us and been like, you know, hey, if you need anything, and you know, like, I'm sorry for your loss, and I know how this must feel, and we are so thankful for the family and friends that surround us. And the bottom line is, life will go on, and it's not the end of the world. It's definitely something that's hard to overcome, but life will go on. It's also been a really difficult week for us, just because we're trying to keep this guy happy. Obviously been looking for him, and the first morning was rough. He didn't really want to eat because they typically ate together. I think that's the hardest part right now, is seeing Tyson look for him. He's doing better today. I got him to play a little bit. For those of you who don't know Tyson, he's very high energy. He loves to play, and he always has a toy with him. And the past 2 days, he's been sleeping and just not wanting anything to do with his toys. So today I finally got him to kind of play with his favorite toys and look outside, and yeah. So we've been keeping him, trying to entertain him, because dogs can get depressed, and I don't want this little guy to go through that. So yeah. I'm sorry that this is kind of a sad vlog. Obviously usually more peppy and happy, but I just thought that it'd be good to get it out. And a lot of people have been asking us what happened, so I figured it'd be good to just say it once. And there you go. And that life is pretty good. Awesome friends, and we've been doing some stuff with them. I'll be putting another video shortly this week. Hopefully it'll be up by next weekend. Before Noah passed away, I had recorded them in the morning when I feed them breakfast, because that's that was Noah's favorite time of the day. I'm not sure if I was going to show it to you guys, but I'm like, you know what, that's Noah, that's him happy, and that's how he was. So I'm gonna put it at the end of this video so you guys can watch him in the morning. That was his favorite time of the day. He loved to eat anything, anytime, and when I mean anything, I mean that dog ate anything. He just loved eating. Alright, what can I say? See you guys next week in a much more peppy and happy video. Again, I love all of you for the support. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
This is breakfast at our place. You know, you want breakfast? It's all ready to go. Tyson? Yeah, you want a breakfast, Spartacus? Do you want breakfast? Yeah. Dogs get their food, Mommy gets her coffee, and the kitties have their food. They're usually pretty excited. Yeah, I know. You think he's starving. Oh, yeah. Feeding time, feeding time, feeding time. Feeding time for the kitties. Go sit down. Yeah, you have to sit down if you want your food. Yes, look, I won't move. And that's essentially breakfast time. They all have their spot. And yeah. There.
That's Jumbo.
No,
Jumbo?
you're wrong.
No, it's not Jumbo.
It's not Jumbo. It's Dumbo.
That's Peaches.
No,
What?
you're wrong. This is Mango.
Oh, see, I knew it was a fruit. Michelangelo.
Yeah. This is Guy Giraffe, Prince Shell, and it's a turtle, and the
Kind of.
Ninja Turtles are cool.